I'm Alex. This is Code Along with Alex, and let's manage secrets with Kustomize. So today we're going to use the Killer Coda Kubernetes playground. Feel free to use something else like a local Minikube cluster or play with Kubernetes. I'll link Killer Coda in the video description, and the other options will be linked in the tutorial. So let's start out and create a secret by defining a secret generator in our customization.yaml file. And so the customization.yaml file can reference other files, other end files, or literal values. And so we're going to try all three flavors, and let's just jump right in. So to start, let me create a file called customization, yes with a K, .yaml. Must be a Kubernetes thing. I don't know. Okay, so now let's start out with literals. So we're going to declare a username and a password in a literal subfield in our customization file in the secret generator field. So let's open customization with Nano. Start out by declaring a secret generator field. The first subfield we called name, and it'll have a value of database creds. The second subfield will be called literals, and this is where we're actually going to pass our literal values for username and password. So for the first literal, we'll start with a username, and we're going to set that to admin. And notice we don't have to use base64 encoding, which is super convenient because I don't have base64 encoding built into my brain operating system. Others may, but this is just easier for me to think. You know what I mean? Okay, and then we're just creating a password based off of this random string in the docs, and I forgot to type password. It should be password equals. Okay, there we go. So we have this YAML that we've declared. Let's exit Nano, save the modified buffer to customization.yaml. And now if we want to verify that we've done this, we can just cat customization YAML and see that we in fact have updated that file. Don't do this with real credentials in case your terminal history is logged elsewhere and potentially less secure than you would like. Okay, so now we're taking this literal flavor of the customization file, and now let's apply it. So to do that, we invoke kubectl in the apply method, and then we pass the K flag. And notice last time we used the kubectl apply method, we passed the F flag. So I am assuming the -k method or option is specific to the customization.yaml methodology that we're using today. So this should be in the current directory. It's right here. Error. API version. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do all that stuff. Okay. Yeah, because Kubernetes YAML needs a very specific field or three for it to be valid, and I don't want to turn off. Okay, there we go. So let me go back to Nano. I'm going to add another field called API version. Let's set that to V1. That should be good for now. We'll see if we get errors. We'll just iterate on this error life. So let's save this. So API version not set, kind not set. What should I do the kind for? We're learning on the fly, man. It's fun though. Okay. Pardon my scrolling. Name. Okay. Oh. Kustomize. Interesting. What if I try it like this? Let me return a nano. I'm going to delete this line. Now let's do kubectl kustomize dot slash. I like it. There we go. It didn't yell at us. It auto-populated the things that we were missing for us. And so this is where I feel like the documentation might benefit from using the kubectl kustomize command instead of the kubectl apply command with the K option. When running it with the K option, you're, I guess, urged to populate certain fields that might otherwise not be important to you for this tutorial. But this is me getting a little in the weeds of the tutorial user experience. All right, let's now try another method of customization file. So I'm going to go back to my my killer coda with kubectl. So now let's create two files, one for our username and one for our password, and we're just going to store strings, a string in each of these files, and then we're going to update our customization YAML to point to those files instead of using literals. So let's start out by echoing some strings into files in the current directory. So to start, we want to set actually our admin or our username to be admin, and we're going to save that in a file called username.txt. Similarly, we're going to store our password in a file called password, which will also have a string. And note that we are not using base64 encoding, which is rather convenient. .txt. Lovely. Now, and just note that the -n flag ensures there's no new line character at the end of our txt files. So now let's update customization YAML. We're going to leave the secret generator. We're going to leave the name the same, but now we're going to update it so that instead of being a literals subfield, it's going to be a files subfield. And then instead of passing like a username option and specifying a literal value, we're going to instead pass a file name for both username and password. Similar, but a little different. All right, let's save this modified buffer. And apply the customization file. Use Kustomize dot slash. I'll share the link to the docs where I found the use of kubectl Kustomize instead of the apply with the K option. I'm a fan of this Kustomize method. It's clutch. All right, let's continue and actually apply our changes. And you can see now, instead of passing literals, we're passing values in file or file names, and the base64 encoding is occurring for us thanks to Kubernetes. It's pretty sweet. All right, and now we're going to try the final customization file variant, and that's using a .env file. And so we're going to create a .env.secret file that will store our secrets. Cool. Let me touch dot secrets. All right. And then I'm not gonna, I guess we'll edit that. And this is where we could put in, I guess, username equals admin, password equals that weird password. I'm not actually familiar with the .env.secret convention. I've used .env files, but I'm not sure if there's like a specific syntax for this, so I'm just Googling this real quick. Pardon my all right. Yeah, okay. I think I'm doing it correctly. Let's save this file. It's good to verify yourself, but we'll see. They might break. You never know. That's part of the fun, the excitement of bugs and then resolving it. I think that's why engineering is cool. Once you get over the initial, like, oh man, so many error codes, and you see it as an opportunity to learn something and grow, I think it's empowering and fun. I mean, yeah, it's a bummer sometimes too, don't get me wrong. Okay. Let's now update our customization YAML file using Nano. So we're gonna now leave the name the same, and instead of having a files subfield, we're gonna have an envs subfield. All right, and then instead of passing individual files, we're just gonna have a single file called .env.secret. All right, let's save that. And then let's try to apply this and see if it works like the other ones did. kubectl, yeah, I spelled that right. Kustomize, and then it's in this current directory. No such file or directory. Loading kv pairs from env source file, env.secret. ls dot. Oh, it's secret. Apology. Okay. How do you rename files? I always forget how to do this because I do it so infrequently. Okay, you just gotta. All right, mv dot env dot secrets to dot env dot secret ls dot la. We're good to go. Sweet. Now let's apply the customize command again. And you can see it worked like a charm. Awesome. Okay. And so a little bit of knowledge from the docs team at Kubernetes, but we kind of saw it in action. But it's good to kind of overview in hindsight. So when a secret is generated, the secret name is created by hashing the secret data and appending the hash value to the name. This ensures that a new secret is generated each time the data is modified. To verify that the secret was created and to decode the secret data, refer to managing secrets using kubectl, which we covered previously, and we leveraged the base64 tool. So kind of as a brief refresher, you could do something like echoing this value into base 64 decode flag, and then I like to echo a space just to kind of make it easier to read. And you can see that didn't work as expected, but that's fine because things don't always work as expected. Let me see what I did incorrectly. Oh, it's the, I don't need to do the caret, it's the pipe. That's what it is. Yeah, admin, okay. So that's what we expected. If we do the same thing for the password, you'll see that very similar weird string character or string that is in the docs. Echo, just a space. If you do it without that, it just smushes into the control plane and it's displeasing to my sensibilities. All right. So if you want to edit the secret, you just modify the data and then reapply customize, which is what we did a couple times. And so I'm not going to do it again, but feel free to have fun and edit your YAML. Once you're done, some good housekeeping is to just delete your secret so that your system just doesn't have this random value that may or may not be tied to something that matters to you. And eventually you might forget, and then that's stressful. So why not minimize your cognitive load and just clean up things when you're done? In the context of killer code, it doesn't really matter because they're going to wipe this platform in at most 40 minutes, but basically as soon as I close this browser tab or refresh the page. So it's kind of unnecessary, but it's a good habit to get into. So let's delete the secret. Error from server. DB user pass not found. Oh yeah, because the secret is not actually named that. What is it called? kubectl get secrets. Do I not have? Interesting. That's weird, man. So does kubectl customize not actually apply that? Hmm. Oh. Okay, yeah, so I totally screwed up. That's cool. It's a learning experience. So I didn't actually apply that. That's why there's no secret. Interesting. Okay. So the customize command is not going to apply the changes that you've made. It just lets you view it. Important. I didn't read the docs as closely as I thought I did. But it's great that I'm glad that I messed up. That was a fun learning experience. So now let's actually apply those changes. So I guess my bad talking of kubectl apply was ill warranted. It's still necessary. It happens. Okay. Nice. That's weird. I feel like if I didn't, when I tried this without the kubectl customize method previously, you kind of freaked out. Let me edit it again. Let me edit the customize file. This is interesting because I'm not declaring the API version or anything or the kind. So it's like I feel like the customize command somehow like generated that, and then the apply command somehow knew it. Because when I ran it without the customize first and just directly to apply, I got a little bit of a warning message. So let me just edit this to be the different version, and then we'll see what happens. And I will not run customize first. So we'll revert back to the files method. Okay, let's save this. And then let's do kubectl apply -k current directory. I guess that worked. I don't know, man. That was weird. I'll have to try that again. Let me refresh the page. You know what I mean? Why not? Pardon my loading, killer coda playground. All right. Let's create a customized YAML. Let's open that with nano. Let's paste in the literals variant. Exit out. Save. And now let's run kubectl apply the K flag and then the current directory. Customization.yaml. Okay, mv customize.yaml to customization.yaml. And let's rerun kubectl apply. Okay, that was weird. I'll have to rewatch the video because I feel like I got a warning. Maybe I just messed up in something, but that'll be interesting. All right. Well, that was our whirlwind tour of managing secrets using Kustomize. It's pretty fun. I learned a lot about Kustomize and what it is and isn't, and you need to use kubectl apply still. Kustomize is just reviewing, but that was cool, and I appreciate you joining me on this learning adventure in the wild world of Kubernetes. I'm Alex. This has been Code Along with Alex, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.